Delta is here to help people in pursuit of their goals. And with the ease of booking travel on the Fly Delta app, pursuing your goals has never been easier. You'll also get notifications as you go, giving you peace of mind throughout your journey.
That's the kind of enthusiasm you want beginning a show. Welcome to Highly Questionable. We've already bored Sarah Spain. What do you like on the show today, Sarah?
Well, I like Gary Payton breaking open the LeBron story on day one.
Dale, papi.
LeBron is done. He was swept in 4 games.
All right, papi, start the show right there. Start the show right there. That's my father complaining that there are too many LeBron questions in the show. Go, papi. Read number 1.
Has Gary Payton convinced you that LeBron is going to LA?
All right. He has told Black Sports Online that LeBron's high school age kids have already committed to a Los Angeles school, and the school says that that's not official, and we don't know anything beyond this, but so it begins. We head into a fun couple of weeks where the transaction is bigger than the action, and everyone is looking to see how this Game of Thrones finishes. Which team will LeBron pick? This story doesn't mean anything at all beyond the season has started. The hunting season has started. We're all going to be watching what happens the next few weeks. All of these silly little rumors.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn on this one because on the one hand, why would you have such a specific report about the school he's going to, the kids he's going to play with, and everything else? On the other hand, Gary Payton's not a journalist with a capital J. He's absolutely an informed source, but some random guy who works at the school could have seen LeBron there once, decided that it was the scoop of the day, told Gary Payton, and now he's running wild with it. We're going to be getting all of these stories from different places, whether it's a house he's looking at, a school he's looking at, a boat he's buying, a company he's investing in, and I'm here for all of it. I'm just saying that the whole time I'm going to be going like this. What? Oh, yeah. And they're all going to be different stories. Yes. And it's not this easy. There's no way it's this easy on day one.
And different sources as well. Remember the last time he moved, a cupcake maker was the one that actually broke that story.
Oh, and that's the thing. Sometimes it actually works out. Some guy called ESPN 1000 in Chicago, Theo Epstein's at the Starbucks by Wrigley. They're going to get him. And we're like, you idiot, it probably wasn't even him. Do you really know what he looks like? And there we have it. So sometimes it totally works out.
Well, more than sometimes. Miami got Shaquille O'Neal. I was told by a guy in a Dare t-shirt. That's all I know.
Hollywood will be just the right fit for LeBron. Yeah. He has been acting like his son has been broken for a week now. You know what I mean? He's a hell of an actor, I tell you one thing.
All right, very good.
Does Kobe's critique of LeBron make him sound like a salty old man?
I love that he just got swept in 4 games. And the first couple of questions on the show are still LeBron related. This is Kobe on Instagram. And I love that Stephen A. Smith was one of the people who popped up in this comment section. But Kobe Bryant says, look, all you've got to do, LeBron, is figure it out. And when that's the explanation, when Kobe Bryant never had to beat this particular team that stops LeBron, it sounds like your grandfather giving you useless advice.
Yeah, honestly, this is going to go absolutely the direction that you already feel about LeBron. If you think LeBron is the greatest of all time and that Kobe's not even in the conversation, you're going to read this as some salty old guy who's mad that they totally skipped over him and they've decided it's just about LeBron and MJ. What about me? I'm Kobe. I was amazing. Pay attention to me. And if you think maybe LeBron has displayed some issues dealing with teammates or coaches or management or finding ways to make the people around him better, you're going to look at Kobe and say, actually, Kobe and Jordan both talked about a moment in their careers when they pivoted to understand it wasn't just what they did, but what everybody around them did. And maybe LeBron hasn't figured that out yet. And why can't he get superstars to want to come play with him? Why do people talk about how hard it is to play? Why did Kyrie want to leave? It's all depending on which angle you're taking when you get there. Either way, when it comes down to it, it's really about Kobe being like, guys, me? Remember me?
Hey, Kobe, this is what I do. I do this for a living. I criticize LeBron, you know.
Right.
Get off my corner now. Don't cut it now, okay?
Get off the corner and don't cut
There's
it.
only room for one old man criticizing LeBron, and it's Papi.
Kobe Cat.
Did Lonzo Ball go too far with his Kyle Kuzma diss track?
Oh, I love hearing my father say diss track. Now, the words, when you read them on a page, they are a bit jarring when he points out that his father wasn't around, and people know that Kuzma grew up without his biological father being around. But if you know that insults are the language of intimacy among males, if you know that these guys are always going back and forth at each other, and if you know Kuzma's okay with it, then you can't object much to the laughable idea that there's a diss track between Lonzo Ball and one of his teammates.
I guess the question is Kuzma good with it, right? We haven't seen him necessarily clap back in a meaningful way. These guys have beefed beefed back and forth in a playful, fun, we're teammates, we're friends kind of way. But at some point, don't you cross a line when you bring up a guy's family in a way that's trying to use it to mock him? Kuzma may be playing it off right now, but I don't know if this is going to set off a change in their dynamic. Also worth noting, he named the track Kylie Kuzma, which isn't surprising at all because that family actually monetizes their misogyny. They take their stay in your lane, which is essentially stay in your place, and they put it on t-shirts and they tell you female ref, female reporter, stay in your place. So it's not surprising at all that he would continue the old, antiquated BS of when I call a man a woman's name, that's the worst insult I can give him. I'm so tired of the Ball family. Can you just go back to Lithuania and take Lonzo with you this
I don't
time?
want this story to end just yet, though. Kuzma has to come back with a retort, and it has to be like, yeah, my father's not around, but yours is, and that's a lot worse, don't you think?
And he should definitely write it in the notes section of his iPhone.
Do you buy that everything is so good again with Kawhi and the Spurs?
Kawhi is his name. I don't know who Kawhi is. My father doesn't care about anything but LeBron. In San Antonio, the newspapers, there are some reports that everything is better. They're supposed to meet Popovich and Kawhi in the next week, and they're working toward an extension. I don't know what to believe because he's been so quiet, and he is always so quiet, but I would think that where he'd be right now mentally is, I also have to build a super team. I'm in the same position LeBron is. What we have is not good enough. It can't be one star and just one star with LaMarcus Aldridge. I'm guessing that Kawhi has to check other options because that's the power play in the league now.
Yeah, there's a lot that needs to be figured out here. How is his health? Does he now trust the Spurs doctors, or does Popovich trust his doctors? How close is he to coming back? Does he feel like they need to bring in more talent? Is he worried about his Nike contract or the money he's get from the Spurs? Do the Spurs feel comfortable giving him all of that money knowing the injury is still there? And if we've learned anything this week, it's that before a meeting happens, you can't say it's going to be a huge meeting that changes everything in the world. Maybe after the meeting, we can decide if anything actually happened during the meeting and whether things have been fixed.
Hey, Leonard, don't worry about it. Kuwait, you know, what you got to do, just stay here in South Beach. I know that you're in South Beach this week. I don't know what you're doing. I got an idea of what you're doing, you know.
How do you know that?
The weather is nice, you know, the hot spots are nice. You got Raleigh here that's going to throw those rings on the table, you know. I think that you're ready for a new adventure. You're ready for the, you know, test different waters, you know what I mean? So I'm telling you, we're waiting for you with open arms. Come on down. That's right.
How inviting is this?
That's right. That's
not
right.
at all. It doesn't smell good either.
What do you make of Rafael Nadal's opinion that prize money should be dictated by viewership?
This feels like wonderful camouflage. It feels like he can't say what he really wants to say because when people in that sport have said it in the past that men should be paid better than women and say it that flatly, they get a problem that they don't want. But if you want to do this across the board for everybody on viewership, that's only fair in the women's game to Serena Williams. That's the only person who can draw the way the men do. But the argument used to be that the men earn more money because it was 5 sets instead of 3. This is changing the argument.
Well, he is saying plainly that the men deserve more than the women. And because he's saying it kindly and gently, we should all approach the conversation and debate it honestly. This is very different than the former head of Indian Wells who said women should get down on their knees and thank men for bringing the eyeballs. There have been plenty of times in the tennis history where women have drawn more on ratings, on attendance, everything else. And they haven't been given the same setup. This is the old, you know, you hit a double, triple, but you started on second base. If you have more advertising, if you have more investments in the pipeline, if you have more youth tennis money being spent on boys than girls, then all of that is going to set up to an unequal system. So we can have conversations all you want about whether there should be equality. There should at least be equity. And when women's soccer and women's hockey went to their federations, they didn't say we want the same as men. They said we want to have the same setup and investment as men so that all of these things that make it easier for men's sports to succeed are at least afforded to women, to give them a shot. I don't agree with him in this case. I think sometimes you need to give women what they deserve and then allow them to earn it by showing that if you give the investment and the resources, they will get to the same level. And we've seen it countless times in soccer that that's happened.
Well, hell, I'm glad that we're not paid based on our ratings because nobody watches this thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Coming up next on Highly Questionable.
Oh, no.
There you go. Yes, that is...
Oh, no!
That doesn't look like a valuable experience. That looks
40 to nothing.
Now that you're about to be
43.
down 43 to nothing. That
guy needed to hit that layup, let's be honest.
All right, now let's check in at the end of the game for another score.
Ooh,
Here
26.
we go.
Right field.
Wow.
Warning track power.
Oh,
Unless
he can
that
Seiko'd
guy
it. Is that his... Is that his head or his glove?
Oh,
He's bumped.
oh,
Oh,
that hurts so much.
God.
Oh,
He could have had that one.
My Son's TV show is presented by Jimmy Jones. Freak yeah!
AARP can help you become your healthiest self. It's why we offer health tips for your body and your brain. So take on today and every day with AARP. Learn how at takeontoday.aarp.
Time to play the game that party with Alexander Chovinsky last night. Do you question?
We have a migraine and you give us Tylenol.
Ovechkin.
Do you question if this was a valuable experience for Panama basketball?
Okay, this is under 18 basketball, and we're just going to check in here basically with more than highlights, just some scores. Let's check in at the end of the first quarter.
Oh, no.
There you go. Yes, that is...
no!
That doesn't look like a valuable experience. That looks
40 to nothing.
Now that you're about to be down
43.
43 to nothing.
That guy needed to hit that layup, let's be honest.
All right, now let's check in at the end of the game for another score.
Ooh,
Here
26.
we go.
Nice dunk.
Oh, good God. Oh, I'm sorry, Panama.
I mean, maybe when they can watch the tape later, they can pick up some good tips from the things that the U.S. did well in that shutdown defense.
Panama shot 9 of 73 from the field.
No.
Maybe you guys can show again that highlight at 40 to nothing that showed us a Panama fast break there so people can see how it is that they shot. There it is. Here, I mean, you got to make something.
He's so scared.
You got to make something there. You have to. And that concludes our Panama coverage.
Did you hear the news? Did you hear the news?
No, Paul Revere. What's the news?
Kevin Durant is joining the USA team.
Oh.
There you go. That's a good joke, actually.
Do you question which runner made the more impressive move?
All right, this is fun here. Florida and Auburn. This is a high-stakes baseball game. The winner goes to the College World Series. Look at what happens here with the base runners on first and third.
Going home.
As
Lippett's going home. He's still
Oh,
2 outs.
onions.
2 outs.
Stealing home.
1-2 pitch. And which one do you salute more here, Sarah? This guy who does this and just pretend.
Wow, the okey doke.
That's it.
Wow, that is a brilliant play. They should use that in the major leagues.
Why the pitchers worry about the runner at first? You know, there are 2 outs. He gotta come to home plate. You gotta throw to home plate. That's it. That's what you gotta do. You know, you gotta go. You follow through in your wind-up, and you gotta pitch to home plate. That's all you gotta do.
Baseball 101.
What's the matter with you, pitcher who was fooled?
Do you question if the batter should be proud of this walk-off?
This was a fun game last night. Auburn and Florida. Yes, he should be proud. He was damn happy. Look at this. You will never see a baseball game end like this.
right field.
Wow.
Warning track power.
Oh,
Unless
he
that
Canseco'd
guy
it. Is that his head or his glove?
Oh,
He's bumped.
oh, that hurts so much.
God.
Oh,
He could have had that one.
put your glove on the floor and just vomit into it.
Oh, sports are bad.
Could have been worse.
Oh, no.
Could have been worse.
Oh, no.
Oh, you got Jose Canseco?
You got it.
There it is, Papi.
There it is.
There it is, the greatest play in the history of sports. How was that not an error instead of a home run?
Coming up next on my son's TV show.
So he strikes him out looking, and everyone's coming out to celebrate. Look at this, Papi.
Oh, I was wrong. Sports are good. Oh, sweet. What are they drinking? A soda?
Wait, guys, it's taking too long. It's taking too long. I think you know what you got to do.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Yes. Let's go, Jimmy. Wow.
It's a normal day. You're rushing out the door to get to work on time when suddenly, there it is, the dreaded service light. So what is it this time? Tire pressure, low coolant, time for an oil change? When it comes to service lights, head to Jiffy Lube. We've got you covered. Drive in today and make the switch to Pennzoil. Ask for Pennzoil Synthetics, getting you back on the road in a jiffy. Jiffy Lube, leave worry behind.
My son's TV show is presented by Jimmy Jones. Freak yeah! Time to play the game that is an innovative dancer.
Innovative dancer. That's not innovation. That seems to be some sort of gypsy curse. You tell us what to watch on television tonight. We'll tell you if we're intrigued.
We didn't see or know?
Oh, no. We didn't
skipping that?
No. Wow,
I was
the
ready.
timing on that doesn't seem like it was very good.
In Arden Hills, Minnesota, Mounds View High School baseball practice.
Oh, Papi, this is fun, though. This is a heartwarming story. You're going to like this. The pitcher and the batter here are lifelong friends, and this is to advance in the state championship. So the closer here is throwing the last pitch of the game, and look at what happens against his best friend. So he strikes him out looking, and everyone's coming out to celebrate. Look at this, Papi.
Oh, I was wrong. Sports are good.
Look at that, Papi.
Oh.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
I just stole your soul, but this hug will help.
Yes, and
We'll remember this forever.
Let me
totally
carry you.
ruin your life, but let me make sure I look good.
Yeah, I will carry you to the losing dugout and then celebrate with my boys. Sarah, you already said you're intrigued. Papi, what about you?
Well, I tell you one thing. If I were the batter, I would refuse to embrace the picture. I would just go after the picture and make me look like a fool in front of everybody. You know what I mean? It struck me out looking. I couldn't even swing, you know? It struck me out looking. Are you kidding me?
Should have slugged him.
That's right.
Tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. in Korea, the Samsung Lions and the Lotte Giants.
She laughs, but no, we're going to wake up because we love this guy. We love this player. Dae-Ho Lee, now check in with him here previously. This is not,
Whoa.
Giant foul ball, maybe.
Big boy goes long.
Oh, fair ball. And then he does that with the bat flip. Papi loves that guy, loves the shape of him. Let's see what we've got here, though. What do we have to look forward to from last night? Oh. Opposite field. Opposite field. Where is the bat flip?
Oh, what's happening here? Gonna moonwalk?
It's under review. They got to review it. He knows. He knows.
Give me the sign. I'm working hard here.
Okay, he's very tired. He's going to walk it home dramatically.
Give us the sign.
Yes!
And it's a home run!
Oh, how
Dae-Ho
glorious it felt to
Lee
be
cow!
here. Sarah, are you intrigued?
I mean, yeah, obviously.
Okay, I'm sorry. Papi, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued, but I tell you one thing. I have seen someone else taking a slower run around the bases.
Where?
Guess who this is?
Bartolo?
Oh.
Oh, no, I thought he was going to go Bartolo. No?
Bartolo, no.
No, it's what my father loves. It's T-ball video. Yeah, get away
Don't touch
from
me, old man.
Get off
I'm
me.
milking this. The batter's like, okay, come on, I mean.
Go on. There we go.
Can't believe you found this old footage of J.R. Smith.
He's not paying attention to his coach.
Tonight on NBC, The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, this should be fun. Papi, what's the name of the guy for the Capitals, the Washington Capitals?
Alan Chavinsky.
Alan Chavinsky. He's been making quite the tour of the country, drinking beers. Let's see what we've got here.
Have some paper straws. Oh, there you go. Yeah, let's do it like that. Civilized. Ready?
That's
on the
also
count
the
of three.
Triple
Let's see how far we
Crown
can
jockey
get.
here.
1, 2, 3.
There we go.
Oh, sweet. What are they drinking? A soda?
Wait, guys, it's taking too long. It's taking too long. I think you know what you got to do.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Yes. Let's go, Jimmy. Wow. Are you trusting Ovechkin at this stage of hangover/drunkenness to carry you and not drop your face into that?
That was less fun than I was anticipating. Sarah, are you intrigued?
Yeah, I'm still in.
Papi, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. But listen, there is one piece missing in that puzzle there. The horse, Infinity. The triple crown winner. He should be there. That's right. He can drink out of that cup in no time, but he'll drink everything in about 2 seconds. You know what I mean? That's the guy that you got to get in there.
What is the name of the horse again, Papi?
Infinity.
I don't know why he keeps saying that. I just wanted to make sure I had it right. Okay. Papi, it's Justified.
Yeah.
Oh, Justified. Okay.
Tonight on Discovery, Deadliest Catch.
No, Papi, what do you say about this show?
Wow, that's a hell of a show.
Hell of a show. Papi likes this show. He says it's a mean show. I don't know if it's a mean show or not, but let's check in with him.
We're in the middle of the sea.
Look at that.
Let's initiate three-quarter.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
Initiation situation. Ah! Oh, that has to hurt a great deal. That cannot feel good. Ah!
Learning about recovery on Summer Bay.
Really?
I mean, we need the close up.
I mean,
We were talking over. I have no idea what he just said changed his life, but I hope it wasn't a crab giving him some S&M.
Papi,
It would be a real
intrigued?
disappointment.
Oh, see, I have seen scarier crabs. You know, that crab is not that tough. You know what I mean?
Where have you seen scary crabs?
There we go.
I mean,
There we go. Look at that.
Papi ain't wrong.
He's wielding a knife there, you know.
That's right. He is wielding a
It
knife.
might not be that sharp, but at least he's wielding one. You know what I mean?
Really?
That crab deserves to live forever.
That's right.
Forever.
That crab is sharpening that knife along the wall as it prepares to kill you.
You know how difficult it is to be a crab, to be walking backwards and wielding a knife at the
That
same
is very
time?
difficult.
I'm telling you, it's one of a kind. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.
Thank God. Thank God.
We're
That's
done.
all the time
That's all
have
we
for
need.
today.
Oh boy.
I feel bad for that crab. You know, you're enjoying yourself in the sea, and then they pull this crab out of the sea. He was enjoying himself, and they tell this crab, "Hey, can you pinch this guy in the nipple?" You know, what kind of a life is that? You know, that's not nice.
What kind of a life is that, really?
A crabby life, really.
It is a crabby life.